It is day 110. And you can see there's no little dry spot where my tent was right there. That's a good thing. It means it didn't rain last night. And so everything is all packed up nice and dry. Unfortunately today, it's not going to stay dry, or I'm not going to stay dry. It's definitely going to rain today. There's no doubt about it. It's just a matter of how much and when. I think it's probably going to start in a couple hours. It's about 6:45 right now. I think it's supposed to start about 9 and then continue all day long into tonight and into tomorrow morning. So we'll kind of see how it goes. I'll see how it goes with the rain, how much we get, and that'll help me decide what my plans are. I could do a couple things. There's a town of Salisbury in 8 or 9 miles, so if it gets really bad, I could probably bail out there to a hostel or an inn or something, or a hotel. And then there's a shelter at like 16 or 17 miles where I could camp, set up my tent, or stay in the shelter. But as I keep saying, the bugs are ferocious. The minute I got out of my tent this morning, they were on me. So I'm not too thrilled about staying in a shelter, but that I guess would win out over heavy rain. Pick your poison. So let's get this day underway. 110. I'm just on a road walk near Falls Village, Connecticut, I think it's called. About to cross the Housatonic. And normally I'm not a fan of road walks, but for some reason the bugs don't like them either. The bugs seem to only be in the trees. So it's kind of nice. No head net and no bugs. There's the river. A little quieter than that section I was walking along yesterday. Like that way. Like that, never incorporated. Definitely in New England when you see those salt box houses like that. There's dark colors. Doesn't look like rain. Blue sky. So you wouldn't know it to see all that water in the Housatonic, but water is scarce actually out here right now. You're not supposed to drink from the Housatonic even if it's filtered. It's supposed to be polluted with heavy metals, so you're not supposed to touch that. And then there's 2 types of water sources that are listed in gut hooks and AWOLs. One are sort of seasonal water sources that you can't necessarily rely on, and then the other ones are supposedly reliable water sources, and all of the seasonal ones are dry for sure. You can't expect anything from them. And I would say 75% of the reliable ones are as well. So you really have to be careful and get water where you can, and hope that the odd Good Samaritan left out water caches where it's really a dry stretch. So you end up carrying probably more than you need sometimes, but I ran short the other day, and that's not a pleasant feeling. So you just have to be cautious and think about it every morning, and make sure you're always carrying enough, especially with this heat and humidity. I know. I think the same thing every time I get a view. I'm like, oh, probably going up that. Pretty though. Really nice. Can't say I've ever before gotten water
in the
middle of a cemetery, but it's very much appreciated. Thank you, St. Mary. Filled up, ready to go.
I did it for like maybe like 20 minutes or so, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. And he did it for most of the day. There was this one time, he had like a Tarzan ride.
This is Lion's Head Mountain, I guess. And it's just kind of been a little bit on and off again. Thunderstorms. Had a little bit, maybe half an hour ago, but honestly hasn't been that bad. Wow, Lion's Head is an amazing view. Check this out. Wow, that's the best view I've had in a long time. Oh, that is awesome. Came from back over that way somewhere. I'm on top of Bear Mountain, the highest peak in Connecticut. I think it's a little bit over 2,000 feet. That's Twin Lakes there, looking down on, pretty spot. And that's Mount Race and Mount Everett in Massachusetts to the north. I think I'm going over, definitely going over Everett tomorrow. I'm not sure about Race. But a little bit of trivia here. Bear Mountain is the highest summit, the highest mountain in Connecticut, but it's not the highest point. Apparently, it's east. That way to the west, there's a Mount Purcell, whose top, whose peak, whose summit, Mount Purcell's summit, is actually in Massachusetts. But part of the mountain, a little bit lower than the summit, actually is in Connecticut. So the highest point in Connecticut is on Mount Purcell, which is, summit is in Massachusetts. But the actual highest summit mountain top is where I am right now, Bear Mountain. That all makes sense. That's where I'm headed tomorrow, that direction. So that will probably do it for day 110. I really lucked out on the weather. There's been a couple downpours, couple thunderstorms, lots of rumbling. I think probably storms all around me, but I really only got a little bit wet, and it's probably only rained, out of the whole day, maybe 45 minutes. So I've really been fortunate, and it's actually pretty good weather right up here now. I don't think there's any storm coming anytime soon. I can hear some rumbling way in the distance, and I've got a really steep descent here, I think, in the next third of a mile, but my campsite, I think, is just less than a mile ahead. So that'll do it for day 110. We'll see Mount Everett tomorrow. You know what, I can't end day 110 without welcoming myself to Massachusetts. This is a really big deal to me. I'm even a little bit emotional, I think. But I talked before about having little mini goals, right, of getting through the Smokies and making it to Damascus and Harper's Ferry through the rocks of Pennsylvania. Well, for the last 20 years of my working life, up until last October, I lived in Massachusetts. And I remember we were packing up our house here, thinking, next time I'm here, it'll be because I walked here. And, you know, it was easy to say at the time, but now I've actually done it. It's crazy. I keep saying it, but it doesn't seem real. This is Sage's Ravine, and I was hoping they'd have a welcome sign. Welcome to Massachusetts, but they don't. Mrs. Mulligan would not like that. She's big on the welcome signs. Massachusetts, you get an F on welcome signs. Maybe there still is one, but I'm definitely inside of Massachusetts, my old home state. And I think maybe less than a tenth is supposedly a great tent site called Sage's Ravine campsite. So I'm looking forward to that. And if I can get it's rumbling again, if I can get the rain to hold off another half hour while I set up a tent, that would be even better.